Show your hands. Come here to me, bastard. Come here. You will live. All right. Come here. Okay, I'm not shooting. Come here to me. All right. On your knees. Please.
On your knees, please. These were the words which the American, a fighter of the Ukrainian Defense Forces, addressed the Russian who surrendered. This video went viral and attracted the attention of other soldiers and viewers, and even surprised the Russians. They were shocked. And today I have the honor of talking to the main character of this blockbuster. Bruce Keller, a soldier of 63rd Brigade, is with us today. Bruce, hello, and nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Nice to see you too.
So, first of all, I want to thank you for helping to fight against the Russian Federation. People from all over the world are coming to Ukraine to resist evil. This is very meaningful for us, so thank you.
It's my pleasure to be here. I'm doing it because the Ukrainian people are worthy of being here and fighting, so it's nothing.
A video of you capturing Russian soldiers has gone viral on social media. You were very polite and confident there, and you did it very calmly. It's impressive. What were you thinking at that moment, and where did you get such composure from?
I'd say the reason I was so composed was because I've done that several times before at this point. And I was just trying to focus on how to get through that situation with everybody alive and with the less risk of casualties happening on either side. And if that means being polite to them, giving them a cigarette to calm them down, then I'll go ahead and do that, no matter how it looks to anyone.
Could you describe the situation a little bit for us? What kind of combat zone is this, and how did you and your comrades manage to defeat those Russians? Of course, the details that you can share with us.
Those are the forests out in Donetsk, out in by Liman sector. There's a lot of dead Russians out there in those forests, and a lot of it is because the work of our drones here in 63rd Brigade and some of the missions that we've been doing out there, whether it be ambushing or clearing positions taken by Russians or, what have you. But we're definitely holding the front here, and we're making them pay for every inch that they try to take. That's all I can really say on that too much. Can't really speak on that too much.
Mm-hmm. Ukrainian language, almost fluent. How did you learn it?
Just from the exposure from being here. I've spent a lot of time in positions with only Ukrainians, so it's a matter of everyone's survival that I figure it out. So it's just months of being here and being forced to learn the language. And of course, I should be studying it since I am in Ukraine and working with Ukrainians. It's my responsibility to try to master that language a bit.
What happened next after that situation? How did you continue to participate in combat operations?
We ended up taking those prisoners back to a friendly position where we also had a casualty, and they got escorted back along with the casualty to friendly positions, and that's the last we ever saw of them.
Could we speak a little bit more about what direction are you in now and what is the situation there?
Yeah, I'm fighting out in the forests east and north of the city of Liman. A lot of it is forested terrain, very close-up fighting in the forests because it could be like a jungle out there sometimes. When we're doing assaults, it's very close-up fighting within grenade distance, less than 50 meters. But as I said, we're holding the ground out there, and there's Russian body after Russian body. It's a different world out in that sector than it is anywhere else in the world. It's surreal being out there.
And how strong is the Russian offensive now?
They're constantly throwing bodies at us, but they're just meat. They don't have the training. They don't have the discipline that we do. They don't have the heart and the steel that Ukrainians do. So they're just being sent to their ultimate deaths. And it is sad, in a way, the way that they throw themselves almost fruitlessly at Ukrainian defenses without achieving anything. And the months that it takes for them to try and do something else, it's insane almost.
And now a little bit about your story. Please tell us how you joined the Ukrainian Defense Forces. How did you choose such a difficult path?
I was in the Marines for 4 years. So I was already acquainted with the military life. I had the skill set required to come and do this job. So I applied on the Ukraine's Foreign Legion website. Ended up meeting up with a group of foreigners in Ternopil, the city in western Ukraine, and I headed out under 63rd Brigade with these guys, and we got some training under 63rd Brigade, and we started doing missions after that.
And how did your family react to you going to war in Ukraine?
They weren't thrilled about it, but at the end of the day, I'm still their son. They tell me that I make them proud, so that's all I really need from them on my end. So they're just happy I'm still alive.
And how do you like life in Ukraine in general? When we talk about everyday life, roads, food, culture, language, like all that mundane stuff.
I love Ukraine. Ukraine's fantastic. And I want to stay here afterwards too. I can't get enough of it. And I plan on seeing more of it and seeing, more of its history, because I see Ukraine. I see that you guys have been fighting for hundreds of years against Russia's imperialism, and I'd like to see more of your history because it's just amazing to me.
I want to speak a little bit about some preparing of Ukrainian soldiers. What was your combat training like?
They truly taught us the essentials. And there wasn't a lot of fluff or, waste of time during that training. It was what you needed to know, whether it be defending trenches, attacking trenches, shooting at drones, firing PKMs or different weapon systems, hand-to-hand combat, all essential things, and nothing less.
Could you please tell us a little about your brothers in arms? Who are they? What is your relationship with them? Are there some language or cultural challenges, for example?
Some of us are from the UK. Some of us are from America, or Northern America. So we all speak English. We've all been in Ukraine sometimes, so we can also communicate with the Ukrainians as needed. And we've all been here for some time working together, not only with Ukrainians and each other. So we know how to operate together, and we're doing what's needed out there.
So you have some experience in Ukrainian army. So what do you think about the Ukrainian army now? What is it like for you in general?
It's full of fighters and nothing less. I think that they can handle things I've handled things here with Ukrainians here that I would have never imagined having to handle back in my former military. And the Ukrainian people have nothing but resilience and fight and spirit in them. So Ukraine is unrivaled in that aspect, and that's the only thing I really need to fight out here, is also having other fighters out here with me.
So you already mentioned, but I want to ask you in general, what do you think about Russians?
I almost feel sorry for them at this point, but at the end of the day, they bring it on themselves. They're in land that isn't theirs. They're trying to destroy a culture that isn't theirs. And from what it feels like out on the battlefield, they're paying a tremendous price for it. And I mean, it's pathetic, and I feel sorry for them. And, you know, it's their choice to stop. That's all I can say.
And a little bit about positive things, I hope. What are your plans for the future, if you don't mind sharing them with us?
I'd love to stay in Ukraine after the war and just take it easy for a while, see what it has to offer, see where I want to live exactly, try out everything it has to offer here, and make my family here maybe. I don't know yet. That's a long time into the future, I think.
It's great, actually. I want to speak about one more moment about the war. The Russian-Ukrainian war is called the most technological. How does this differ from the experience that, for instance, the Americans have?
I don't think they are fully prepared for the kind of drone warfare that we're experiencing right now. I think there's a lot of tactics and elements they utilize now that would be ineffective here in this kind of warfare. And I hope that they're paying attention to this war and what Ukraine is, you know, figuring out and developing here, whether it be tactically or technology-wise, but they need to pay close attention to this war and see exactly how we're doing things so they can stay up to date with warfare.
Sometimes Ukrainians think that they are alone against such a great evil as Russia, but this is not true because volunteers like you come here to fight. What would you like to say to Ukrainians now?
The world is watching. The world has not forgotten. And there still are people, foreigners, coming here every single day to come and help fight against the terrorist state of Russia. And don't forget that. People do see you. People are coming to help. And we will win this together.
I hope. I actually hope. I thank you for this conversation. Please stay safe, and I hope that we will talk again in this format sometime about good news for the Ukrainian Defense Forces. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.